Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about PTSD. So now I am not a licensed professional, although I am in graduate school for couples and family therapy. And my ultimate goal is to assist people with psychedelic assisted therapy for trauma and PTSD, along with helping people cope with other things like depression, anxiety, and things that, probably most of us deal on a day to day basis with. And so I wanted to kind of get started by talking about how we are most of us are hard on ourselves, and most of us undermine the depth and the validness of our experience. And I've experienced that in such a big way. Now, I certainly do have PTSD, but I didn't experience or know that I was experiencing um, the effects of PTSD until 10 years after the event had occurred. So I think that I suppressed and pushed off dealing with it for about 10 years until it was like everything like condensed into a champagne bottle, shook it up, and my emotions exploded everywhere. And that's the only way I can truly describe it to you in this moment, for the sake of this video. And so yesterday, for one of my courses that is called Preparing for Community Practice, when you're close to 2 years into your master's program for this LMFT, as it's called, Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist, what you do is you prepare to do a full year practicum, which is essentially an internship in which you have supervision in providing therapy for individuals and groups. So my area of interest is PTSD and trauma. So when I was looking into many of the nonprofits, because what we have to look for our site is a nonprofit in the local community that you can get supervision for. And what I found was that most of the sites and the nonprofits that are assisting people with PTSD are in regard to veterans. And of course, I live in San Diego, California. There is a very large number of military presence, just a big military presence here. There is a large number of veterans who do need support with this. Actually, a few different nonprofit organizations that I looked into are connecting canines with veterans. And I actually started just like, I didn't even know it was going to happen. I was just crying. It was just coming out like a river. And what that says to me is that that's something that I need, that I truly, although I did not fight in combat overseas in a war in the military, I still do suffer from PTSD. And what my goal is to kind of share with the world my experience and share with whoever's interested or whoever can relate the steps in the toolbox that I have kind of collected and figured out over the years of what works, what doesn't work, and things that are natural. No matter how hard you discipline and push and have community and faith and friends and exercise and nutrition, all these things, like you're still fighting the good fight. You're still gonna get triggered. You're still, and something I was talking to somebody yesterday about, because for my community mental health class, I made a video, and it was in regard to one of the nonprofits. And kind of what I was sharing is that generations ago, even with our parents and grandparents, when people refer to veterans coming home from the war and being off, it used to be considered or called shell shock or war neuroses or whatever, and people just accept it. There was no support, there was no therapy. It was like, you're a man, you're back from war, thank you so much, get to work, take care of the kids. You have 4, 5, 6 children to feed, you have a wife, you have a family to care for. So your feelings, you're a little bit off because you saw some stuff at the war, but like, get back to life. get back to it. There was no support and there was no compassion. And so here we are in 2022. I want to bring more awareness and more compassion for people that suffer from PTSD, whether or not they had anything to do with war or the military. Yes, I have never been to war. Yes, I can only imagine the horrific things that you see and experience in combat. However, here in America or in all of the countries of the world, there is a lot of traumatic things that people see and experience on a day-to-day basis, and we do not have the proper support, compassion, or community to support the people who no doubt suffer from PTSD for the rest of their lives. And we see on South Park and movies and TV shows, oh, everyone's too sensitive. Oh, everyone got soft. No, we're just realizing that's truly, truly what's the word? Detrimental effects that having PTSD and trauma can have on the rest of your life. So you never know, like there's little things that can trigger me in a big way. Like we can just be having a fine, nice day. Something triggers me. Now I'm in a fit of rage. And that's what causes more troubling events to happen in our world. So if we can have compassion for people and just bring awareness and support for people, I bet there's a lot of you out there that do suffer from PTSD and are not aware of it. Just kind of think, you know, maybe you numb or distract, maybe you smoke weed, marijuana, whatever. Maybe you drink alcohol on a daily basis. You don't even realize it's a coping mechanism. So that's what I'm here for. Stay tuned for more. Little personal side note, my mom is coming tomorrow. I'm should be writing some papers for school, but starting to make YouTube videos and really share this stuff is so important to me that I had to prioritize this. It's been a long time coming, and thank you all for staying until the end, whoever watched this until the end. Just a personal thing about me, my mom is coming this weekend. She lives primarily in Florida, also spends a lot of time in Massachusetts with my brother and his children and his wife, Laura, and they're up in Northern California right now. She's coming down. She's gonna meet my boyfriend for the first time. I'm very anxious, excited, and I'm just looking forward to it. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next time.